On today's episode of PDubs Arcade Loft, we're going to take a look at the Neocade MD100 Mega Drive Sega Genesis console. This thing is sold on Amazon for $70. This is the third and final product that Neocade sent us for the purpose of making a review video. Comes with 30 licensed Piko games, as well as the ability to play your original Sega Mega Drive cartridges, but you are not going to believe what happened. Now, before anyone says in the comments section, P-dubs, you should have done this, you should have reached out to the company, blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind, guys, we review things as they come out of the box here. You have only one chance to make a good first impression. What is interesting is it comes with a Piko Collection 1 cartridge, the Piko Collection 2 cartridge. Again, these are officially licensed cartridges, so it's nice that Neocade licensed some cartridges. This particular cartridge number 2 comes with the MD200 handheld that I previously reviewed. I gave this a 6 out of 10. I think it's okay. And then when it comes to their Game Boy Advance clone, this is the Neocade GB Pocket. I gave this a 5 out of 10. But how is the MD100 going to stack up? I was really hoping we could get a product that we could rate a 7, 8, 9, or 10 out of 10. But lo and behold, after we unboxed it and got it set up, you're not going to believe this. And again, inside of the box, you're going to find an officially licensed Neocade Piko licensed Sega Mega Drive cartridge with a different games list, 12 different Mega Drive games versus what they include on the MD200 handheld, which I have right here. Inside of the box, you'll get a USB-C 5-volt power supply, as well as 2 of these Neocade Mega Drive clone controllers. The D-pad, more reminiscent of a Sega disc D-pad, kind of, but still, it just feels okay. The A, B, C, X, Y, Z buttons feel good. The start and select buttons feel terrible. It only weighs a couple of ounces, not that great of a controller. Taking a peek here, we also get our HDMI cables, as well as an instruction booklet, and it's kind of funny that the only instruction in the book is to power on and off the console before swapping in and out your own cartridges. Taking a peek here, here's the actual Neocade MD100 console. You'll see the slot there. We got a reset button here, nice and clicky. We got this power button here, which is kind of off-centered, and it feels a little wonky. A little more on that here in a minute. You also have your controller inputs for your 2 controllers. Console itself only weighs a few ounces. Just like the controllers, it just feels cheap in the hands. Does that make any sense? As well as it's just pretty basic and boring and lame looking. And on the back of the console, you'll see the USB-C port where the power goes, the HDMI port for your HDMI cable, as well as it's nice to see that there is a micro SD card slot for potentially bringing your own games. I wasn't able to get this done on the GB Pocket that I previously reviewed. I'm assuming there's a special file structure you need to do in order to get it working, but we'll try and figure that out later, right? Nope, wrong. So I do have the 5-volt USB-C power supply plugged into this extension cable, and that extension cable is also powering that light. So you guys are aware that, yes, it is receiving power from a power outlet. However, when I plug this thing in and go ahead and try and power on the actual console, the console itself doesn't power it on. We're getting no red indicator light, which should be right below the Neocade logo, as well as nothing's working, just no signal. I also used their HDMI cable, also tried different HDMI cables, but obviously this is a power issue. I tried another 5-volt USB-C power supply that I have from other products, and as you can see here, when you hit the power button, nothing happens. Now, take a look here at the reset button. It's nice and clicky, but this power button is kind of off-centered, feels like it's broken. And it came this way out of the box. Feels really stuck, and also doesn't feel as clicky and nice as the reset button. So in my opinion, the issue here after troubleshooting different power supplies is that power button must be broken. So unfortunately, we're not able to do anything further with this particular product. And again, we review things as they come out of the box here. That way our viewers can have what a normal customer's impression would be when they receive these products, even if they receive them for review. This Neocade handheld here, I gave this one a 6 out of 10. I think it's okay for what it is. The Game Boy Pocket, gave that one a 5 out of 10. But because this thing simply doesn't work, unfortunately, guys, we have to give it a 0 out of 10. I'll try and email them, reach out to them, see if maybe they're interested in sending me a new unit for review. But honestly, guys, these Neocade products are just so basic, I might not even do that because there's better options out there for playing these retro games. Definitely let me know your thoughts, feedback, reactions below. Thank you for subscribing.